Hey guys, I'm just Joshin, and welcome to episode number 2 of our Pokemon Shield Wonderlocke. I'm moving. We got some stuff to do today. Look, this should probably be, if you didn't watch the last episode, which probably came out like 5 hours ago. No, you can't be getting caught on Wooloo, my friend. If you didn't watch the last episode, came out a couple hours ago, highly recommend you go do that. 2 episodes in one day. Whoa, is that going to be the upload schedule going forward? It is absolutely not going to be the upload schedule going forward. Let me go ahead and summarize what happened in the last episode. I played for 40 minutes, mashing the A button through as much... Wait, where did you go? Can I catch Pokemon now? Did you give me Pokeballs, my good friend? I got 5 Pokeballs, ladies and gentlemen. The Nuzlocke is started. Okay, I do need to rush today. Kinda, but not too much. Okay, here's what happened in the last episode, ladies and gentlemen. I rambled for 40 minutes straight before realizing A, that I was playing on an account with no Nintendo Online, and B, which is kind of annoying that you have to have that, but that's a gripe for another day, and B, you don't actually even get Y-COMM. You can't start the Wonderlocke until you get Y-COMM, which it'll happen in today's episode when we go and talk to Professor Magnolia at Professor Magnolia's lab. That's where we're going today. That's why I'm speaking at 100 miles an hour. That's where we're gonna go. Here's what we're gonna do. I decided in between epis. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna treat these. We have our Pokeball, so the Nuzlocke has half started. What do I mean by that? We're gonna get our encounters for these routes as we go on. We're gonna go to route 1 today, route 2. That might be it for today. Maybe a fishing encounter. I can't remember. But we'll have a couple encounters by the end of the day's episodes. The encounters don't matter too much. It's going to be a Rookidee. Obviously, we have our starter Grookey. Nothing else too exciting. Unless there's a shiny somehow. That'd be magical. We're going to capture them. But obviously, we cannot trade them off until we get Y-COMM access, which will happen at the end of today's episode. So, deaths, I don't envision us dying. I don't think it's going to happen. Stranger things have happened. I'm gonna hope that we don't die and that we can just go trade them all off. Just know that the Nuzlocke hasn't really started, basically. It's technically started. Again, I'm gonna say it's half started. So our Route 1 encounter, again, ignore the randomness because the randomness does not matter to much of an extent anymore. Is this a guaranteed capture, by the way? This might be a guaranteed capture. Here's how it matters. If we fail any of these captures, we are going to lose our encounter for the particular round. So if I can't catch this Rookidee for whatever reason, this site got you. What is it, 2012? If we were to fail any of these encounters, we'll lose the encounter, and that's fine. The 2 things I was deciding between. Oh, also, I should probably... Okay, I got a million things on my mind. Yes, we're going to call this just Josh and WT. But I should probably just make last episode, episode 0, where I explain the rules. And I also should have done, like, you know, any amount of research before starting this. I went and I watched some other fellow content creators, Pokemon Sword and Shield Wonderlocks. First of all, they all call them Surpriselocke, so oops, I'm in the dark there a little bit. I'm gonna see if we can get a Slumbering Weld encounter. They all start the Nuzlocke after, like, episode 1, not even second 1, when the episode starts, they already have Y-COMM. So really I should have just done all of last episode off screen. RIP. And like the first 30 minutes of today's episode off screen, because that's what most people do. And then they start you right in the action. You know, it's instead... I mean, episode 1 for us was basically worthless. I kept it because it's a little funny at the end that I didn't realize I didn't have Nintendo Online. But it is basically worthless. Imagine watching episode 1 of The Walking Dead, and there's no zombies in it. Would you come back for episode 2? Probably not. So hello, friends. Welcome to episode 2. If you managed to stay, despite no Wonder Trades in the last episode whatsoever, then I don't know what you're doing here, but I appreciate it quite a bit. The support means a ton, and I appreciate that. Also, I obviously haven't read your comments yet about the whole mashing through the story thing. I hope it's not too big a bother, but I definitely got to do it in today's episode if we want to hit Professor Magnolia by the end. We got a bunch of story stuff, a couple battles, and a hot battle. The hot battle could be kind of scary, but again, dude, it's really only scary if we say that permadeath is on right now. if that portion of Nuzlocke, again, most of the Wonderlocke variants that I watched, hello Sonia, by the way, most of the variants I watched, they just start after all that, so who knows what could have happened before then. We'll do it anyway because, well, I'm lazy. I could just cut all of this out, but here we are. Let's be honest. If this is gonna go up today, that's how I'm making up for it, by the way. By the way, if you haven't had this, oops. If you haven't had this, delicious. I'm making up for it by doing 2 uploads today. We will not be doing 2 uploads a day going forward. It'll probably be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday series I think I settled on. Also, ladies and gentlemen, take a look. I fixed the logo. It actually says Wonderlocke Plus now. I decided what I wanted to call it. Again, probably should have come into the series a little more prepared. That's okay, here we are nonetheless. There's the Pokedex, which is great. Here's something else to keep in mind, to consider ever so slightly. What is a Pokemon Shield Wonderlocke Plus? Why is it a plus, not just a regular one? Well, we're trying to make it a little bit harder on ourselves. So I'm not allowed to heal in a Pokemon Center unless I'm forced to, which I think I am at some point in the tutorial. Do I get Y-COMM here? I don't think I get Y-COMM here. And I changed battle style from Switch to Set. So that, just a couple things to add to a little bit of the difficulty that we'll be facing over the course of this. I'm trying to lose some Pokemon. No offense. Since it's a Wonderlocke and we're like trading our encounters away and getting somebody else's, I feel a little riskier with them. And here's the other thing too, no! Okay, so anyway, remember the whole rule about how I'm not gonna use the Pokemon Center? Well, I think I may have just accidentally sucked myself into the tutorial. Oh, maybe I don't have to heal. I'm free! Alright, good stuff, they didn't make me heal. And I lost my train of thought now because that's gone. Oh, when you do a Wonderlocke, I tend to notice they're kind of easy. Number 1, you get traded Pokemon so they grow more quickly. Number 2, a lot of the times when you get a Wonder traded Pokemon, it's all luck, but you typically, a lot of people will Wonder trade off their, what do you call them? The Pokemon they're breeding for competitive. So you end up with Pokemon with like really high IVs, competitive natures, great ability, great natures, hidden ability. You end up with a lot of cool stuff that makes the game a little easier than just catching random Pokemon in the wild that may have horrible IVs. So we're just trying. Route 2, by the way, we'll go ahead and get our encounter here. Route... Oh wait, this is where we get Pokeballs. But I think Leon's gonna be like, yo, you already caught a Pokemon. Yeah, but he's gonna give us more, so I appreciate that. 20 more, holy carumbus, we ain't failing this encounter. Train of thought, come on, don't derail. Choo Choo, Red Dead Redemption 2, Train, Heist, Dutch, Micah, you're a piece of garbage. I don't remember anything else about it. All that matters is that we get our encounter here. Again, it doesn't matter what the encounter is. I'd love to get a shiny Choodle, so let's at least we'll just grab the Choodle for funsies. It's not, of course. Though this is the route where we found our shiny, what do you call that thing? We found our shiny, not Squirrelvet, the pre-evolution, which is a different squirrel. Is it Squirrelvet? What's the pre-evolution name called? What's its name? Is it just Squirrelvet? Well, then what's the evolution? Doesn't matter. I don't like that Pokemon very much anyway. We found a shiny one on this route. So I have a nice, close, hard attachment to this route in terms of shinies. However, I have been shiny hunting Choodle here for like 6 months now, and have not been able to find one like 4,000 encounters in, so it's also kind of cursed. But that's okay. Choodle Route 2 encounter captured. Again, here's the sad thing about this. You lose a little bit of the excitement of the... That's okay, I can fix that. I can fix that. Let's go run back and rename him very quickly. Thankfully, you don't have to go... That's useless. Thankfully, you don't have to go all the dang way to a single name raider in the entire game in this. Lovely quality of life change in Pokemon Sword and Shield. You can just change the names. Can this guy change nicknames? Yeah, oh, he absolutely can. Hello, Choodle. I would like to change your nickname. It's quite a fine nickname, it's true. But how am I supposed to get that? Just Josh and Brandon out there. How are the lovely people of the internet supposed to find this dang channel if I don't annoyingly name it? I feel bad doing this because it makes the chance that when someone gets this Pokemon, you know it's an instant wonder trade. They're like, no, I don't want this. I don't want someone's wonder trade or surprise trade scraps. So that's unfortunate for these little guys, but you know, I appreciate them. They are the foundation upon which we are building our mansion. Yeah, the encounters themselves aren't that exciting because we don't actually get to keep them for more than 5 seconds, but I am a little nervous about the hop fight, so I'm gonna train up a little bit. We don't get to keep these encounters, but we do get to trade them for commodities, aka other Pokemon that do help us out later, and that's a really nice thing for us. Yeah, that's also wonderful. So I may just dunk on some Choodles for a couple of seconds. I promise you, by the way, what we're probably gonna do, here's my plan. Here's the plan, Stan. We're going to, oh my goodness, I mean, if you're just gonna give me Choodle Avenue, yeah, I'm gonna roast all of them. The end of today's episode, which again should probably just be called episode 1, last episode can be episode 0, we will trade away our starter, and then we'll end the episode. I don't care if it takes 20 minutes, 7. Okay, a little nervous about the whole non-healing thing now. I don't care if it takes 20 minutes, I don't care if it takes 30 minutes, I kind of care if it takes 40 minutes, I don't think it will though. We'll trade away the starter, end the episode. Next episode will begin. I don't want to let Grookey get too ridiculously out of control though. Next episode will start with trading off the rest. I think you only get 2 encounters. We got Route 1 and Route 2. Maybe there's another route I'm thinking of, but we'll start with those 2 encounters. And to be honest, next episode should be stacked. I think we go straight to the wild area, if I'm not mistaken. And I still need to figure out how I want to parse all of that out. Because in the wild area, oh, our first battle. In the wild area, there's different sections. So I need to decide if I want to count each individual section. I think I probably will count each individual section as its own encounter. Because who doesn't love encounters? Encounters in a Nuzlocke are like the bread and butter. Let's be honest, that's why you're here. It's not from my voice, it's not from my face, it's not from my Pikachu shirt, though you wouldn't know it by watching. It's the softest shirt I've ever owned in my entire life. It's probably not for any of those things. You're probably here to watch me get encounters, and you're probably here to watch me lose those encounters and cry. So that's what I'm trying to, that's part of the reason I'm skipping through the story as well. I'm trying to get to the meat and potatoes of what we're doing here. You ever done a, I've only done one of these things like 1 or 2 times. And, because I'm not a very wealthy person, don't come from a very wealthy family, like literally not even like sort of wealthy, like literally no money. But for a school function, for a couple different school functions, I was in business organizations, and we did, have you ever had a fancy sit-down multi-course meal? It doesn't matter how many courses, let's say 5 courses. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with the 5-course meal, and that's kind of what I feel like doing some of the story is. Usually at the 5-course meal, the deliciousness is at the end. Well, they finish with a dessert, but let's say like, if it's 5 courses, course number 4, that's your steak, that's your filet mignon, that's your roasted pork chop, that's the stuff you want to eat. But they keep teasing you along over the different courses. All right, well, the first course is a garden salad, and now we'll move to the second course, and of course, we could skip this lady. The second course is an absolutely delicious steamed carrots, and it like slowly starts to get better. But by course 3, I'm like, I don't want to get full on this stuff. Give me the filet mignon, and also the cheesecake at the end. I would love the dessert. That's a little scary for us, to be honest. That's kind of what I feel like skipping some of the story stuff is allowing for. I should have healed, definitely, without a doubt. Should have healed. That's my own fault. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a Special attack's not that big a deal. Yeah, almost some issues. We're fine, though. That's what I feel like skipping the story is. We're skipping the salad, the carrots, the breadsticks, and we are going straight to the steak for you guys. At least that's what I'm trying to do. Maybe you disagree. Oh, I don't have Switch on, so that means things are kind of scary, but I have 7 potions, so it's actually not as bad as I thought. Okay. Man, I literally don't know, even casually, if I've ever played a Pokemon game with set instead of, with set instead of Switch. I've done Pokemon competitive, so like I've experienced it there, but in an actual playthrough, I always do Switch, because why would you make it more difficult on yourself? I'm just trying to breeze through. Now I'm recording and I want it to be difficult on myself. I've never done this before. It's weird not getting the prompt. It feels like you took away my security blanket and I'm gonna have a bad time. This is the only security blanket you need, by the way, is a little Dr. Pepper cream soda. If you haven't tried it yet, highly recommend you consider trying it, because it's really, really good. Alright, let's see if this professor's area, because I know you can fish here. Is it still technically Route 2? Here we got our Pokedex. Is it still technically Route 2? I'm gonna heal up. I'm sure we get a free heal here, because this game gives out free heals like candy on Thanksgiving. Yeah, you know the holiday. I don't think, like, yeah, you can fish right here. But I don't think this is considered a new route. We'll check the town map just to be sure. It says Route 2. It says Route 2. This says Route 2. This is Wedgehurst. I don't think you can get an encounter here unless you can maybe fish, but I don't think you can. Route 1. Postwick, I don't think you can. And we can't get back into the Slumbering Weld. So I think these are our encounters. Beautiful Rookity call. And I think we are, it's time for the story, which means my thumb is gonna it's gonna be ripped by the end of this playthrough. You ever seen mashing like this? I haven't done mashing like this since I played, what was that? Oh, Mario Party? Everybody has one. You played Mario Party as a kid. Tell me your favorite minigame. Tell me your favorite minigame from any Mario Party ever. It's very important that I know this. I don't do question of the days because I feel like they're a little, please comment and give me engagement. And I don't really want to do that. I'd rather you just comment, to be like, wow, what a dummy. I'd rather you just comment on your own volition. I don't want to try to rope you into commenting. But here I go roping you into commenting. Does everyone have a favorite, memory of Mario Party, a favorite Mario Party game from when you were a kid? Do I just leave now? Because I do, and it's Eats a Pizza. I think it's called Eats a Pizza. It's possible it has a different name that I'm forgetting. All I remember is I would play as Waluigi, because he's the best. You play Eats a Pizza, which basically you put your character, breaststroke on a piece of pizza, and he swims on the pizza and eats it along the way. You mash the A button, you move around, you try to eat as much pizza in 10 seconds as possible. Something like that. Alright, here we go. We're so close, ladies and gentlemen, to the actual encounter. Please, don't stop speaking with me. I mean, actually speak with me. Alright, we're gonna get our gym endorsement challenge. Again, it's all very important. I actually do... I said this in the last episode, which probably should not exist. I do like the beginning of the story in this game. I think it starts off pretty solid. And also his theme is very solid as well. I think the theme starts off, or the story in the game starts off very solid. It kind of loses itself. It's like me in college. Starts off very solid, kind of loses track of where it wanted to go about halfway through, unfortunately. And then it's just a complete disaster by the time all's said and done. We're at level 10, so I'm not concerned here. And he's got a Sobble, so I'm, very not concerned here. Also 7 potions, so unless he starts D-dancing on me with his Rookity, then I'm really not too concerned about this battle like I was earlier. Which is good, because that means we're going to get to Wonder Trade some stuff off. The thing I'm really scared about, if I could be honest with you, is... Oh, hello, Rookie D. The thing I'm nervous about is the chances of getting a level 1. Because of what I said earlier, people sending off their breeding scraps. I hate to call them that, but it is. The chances of getting a level 1 is pretty darn high. And if we end up wonder trading all 3 of these encounters away, and we end up with 3 level 1s, we've got a very scary conversation to have about what the heck we do to move forward. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Now, of course, we can potentially get Pokemon. It looks like we're gonna be right around like level, we'll be level 11, and then our fellow squad mates will be like level 8. So we have a chance, I should say, of getting Pokemon in like the 10 to 15 range. For those who missed, and hopefully I have all this stuff in the description if I wasn't too lazy to write it all out. We have a level cap rule in place just to make sure we don't get like a level 100 and sweep through the entire game. Any Pokemon we get via Wonder Trade / Surprise Trade has to be within 5 levels of the Pokemon we send off. So for us, that means we had what was that, level 11, 9, and 7? So for those 3 encounters, we could potentially get up to a 16, a 14, and a 12. Will we get those? Probably not. We'll probably very likely end up with something a little like a level 1. But it'll be a level 1 Pokemon that's very solid. But again, I can't heal at the Pokemon Center. Level 1s don't have a ton of moves. You may be familiar with the... Oops, sorry. Oh, shooting star. We can pretend that airplanes. You may be familiar with the concept of level 1s not having a ton of PP for their moves, power points. That can be scary when you can't heal and refresh those. But we'll cross that again. There's a thing about a bridge, and it's that we cross them when we get to them. I'm looking a little bit too far into the future right now. I won't even have to record that episode until probably like tomorrow, maybe. I have no idea. I'm just trying to get these 2 up today. I like uploaded the first one, and then I sat there and I went and I did some work, and I was like, nothing happened in that entire episode. So we should do something a little bit more exciting for all of the lovely people out there who choose to spend their Wednesday afternoons watching this content, which I appreciate quite a bit, by the way. I thought we should do some... Oh, free heal. I thought we should do something a little bit more exciting, and this is it. Okay, so we should get our Dynamax band now, or our... Yeah, is it Dynamax band? I don't know, the wishing star thing. Again, maybe I should be paying attention to the story because I don't know it that well. There is one thing I want to pay attention to in this game, and that is the town names. I'm still really bad at the town names, and I actually like them quite a bit. There's one called Chichester. That's what I remember. I think it's the snowy one. And that's about it. There's one that starts with an H, Hammerlock. That's 2. Other than that, though, your boy, not so great when it comes to remembering the town names. Ladies and gentlemen, after an hour of useless mashing and story stuff, we have unlocked Y-COMM. We will go ahead and connect to the internet. We have unlocked Y-COMM, which is what's going to allow us to actually do this Wonderlocke / Surpriselocke. So what we're gonna do, as I tried to explain last episode but wasn't able to do actually, what we're going to do is there's that lovely button right there that says Surprise Trade. And if you click Surprise Trade and then choose... Okay, silly me. Okay, sorry. Alright, the Pokemon, you see, didn't realize this. The Pokemon needs to be in the box. Our Pokemon needs to be in the box. Yo, you think we can get that mystery gift now? Now that I'm actually on an account with Nintendo Online, you think I can get that mystery gift? Think they'll hook me up with that mystery gift? Please be a Pokemon. No! I was hoping we could get a free Pokemon to, even if it was like a level 100 shiny whatever legendary, that's a free encounter. I would have sent it off. Go ahead and whistle at that. Go ahead and whistle at that thing. So apparently you can only Wonder Trade Pokemon in the box. Understandable. I don't really get why that you would have to do that, but that's fine. We will simply... I'm very upset that this does not count as an encounter. Please, I want you. I'm very upset that we can't grab that, but you know, All's well that ends well. I thought this was a new route. It is not. We're gonna save you. We could use the trainer experience, so I'm gonna save her for later. We'll come back and... Yep! We'll come back and kick her butt once we have our actual Pokemon. We're episode 2 and we're getting our actual starter. That is how this goes, apparently. I now understand why most people would... Excuse me, Creative Cloud, I don't care that I have 7 updates. You know I don't update my software. This is the part that people are excited for. Usually happens in like the first 5 minutes of the playthrough, and 1 hour in for us. I get why people would cut all this out, but no, please, you don't understand. You don't understand. Hop, I want to go to the station. I want to go to the wild area. I'm very excited that we'll be going to the wild area in the next episode, because it means we're going to have a pretty stacked team very quickly. I'm going to have to grind at the beginning of the next episode, or we're going to be in trouble, brother. But first things first, we're going to finish off this episode. Please. We're going to finish off this episode, like I said. We're going to move you. Finish off this episode. Finish what we started. We are Wonder Trading off our starter, which is Grookey. It is level 11, which means the Pokemon we get in return can be up to level 16. I forgot to mention this little stipulation. If it's higher than level 16, we have 2 options. One is to Wonder Trade it back, because it's illegal. Or 2, we can keep it, but we cannot use it until we reach its level. So I explained it last episode. If it's, let's say we get a level 50, I could keep it in the box, knowing that I'm not going to be able to use that until like the Elite Four. If it's really good, I could do that. Unfortunately, occasionally we might get a level 100, which we'll never reach. And so for cases like that, I wanted a chance to kind of re-roll it, kind of like using the D6 in the Binding of Isaac. A small chance to re-roll that. Yes, I would love to surprise trade. So if we end up getting a little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, if we get something that's over level 16, we can Wonder Trade this several times until we get something. But if it's under level 16, doesn't matter what it is. We have to take it. Them's the rules. All right, we're searching. As soon as that little white bar in the bottom left goes from white to blue, I did connect to the internet, didn't I? Once it goes from white, oh snap. See, this is where the intrigue happens. The actual encounters themselves are not that exciting. What is exciting is that we have no idea what the heck we're going to get from this thing. Will it be under level 16? As they say in show business, show me the money. Albrim, that's a great name. I feel like you're going to send me something very exciting. That's pretty exciting. It's probably going to be too high a level. Here's another issue with Pokemon Sword and Shield. Once you beat the game, all of the Pokemon in the wild area default to level 60, which means a lot of people are likely also shipping off their level 60s, which again is probably too high for us. I really like Cufant 29. So unfortunately, a level 29 Cufant 29 isn't ridiculously high, by the way. Like, we would be there in like 3 or 4 gym badges. But this is our starter, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to just leave the starter in the box. I feel like for the purposes of its sentimental value, of nothing else, for the sentimental value alone, we gotta do it. We have to get something usable as our starter, and that's where we'll end today's episode off. But again, level 29, that's not egregious. We would get there. Oh, my webcam, did you see that? Hello? Am I phase shifting? I think I was phase shifting for a second. All right. It was nice meeting you, Cufant. Thank you for the I'll take a Cufant level 1. I mean, it's a good Pokemon, don't get me wrong. I like Carkol. I think it's going to be too high again. I don't think Roly-Coly evolves into Carkol until level 20 or 25. So I think it's going to be too high. Let's take a peek. 35. It's too high. Again, it is a grass fire type. Would help us out a ton in the first gym. I would love to keep you. I would love to keep you. We've had 2 really good potential Pokemon in those first 2 surprise trades. Unfortunately, they're still just a little bit outside of the level cap. And here, by the way, is where I should definitely, in the future I will. We're on a little bit of a time crunch today, so I probably won't for this one. In the future, this is where we'll trim the fat. For these encounters, you won't have to sit there and wait for me. We'll make them happen more quickly. All right, goodbye, Carcole. Once again, thank you for hopping in. Okay, that's potential. I don't think it's great. It's a Clink. It's a Steel type. I mean, Steel type is good, but it is at least a base Pokemon. And because it's a base Pokemon, is this new to the DLC, by the way? No, number 113. I don't think you're new to the DLC. This has potential to be our first. This could be our starter, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Level 1, he's done it! All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have traded away. Pretend you didn't see those middle 2, and it is level 1, like I told you it would be. It is level 1, which is very scary. We traded away our starter Grookey. We'll go ahead and put these in the box because they're going to be our next 2 trades, and we will start next episode with those 2 trades. Hopefully round out the team a little bit. If we end up with 3 level 1s, it's going to be very scary next episode, so prepare for that. And I can't heal, by the way. Let's check out our starter before we end. 11 HP. You hate to see it. Go ahead and check that summary. Thank you, Danielle, for the Clink. I appreciate it. It is ability minus Thundershock and Vise Grip. I mean, I'm thankful it has 60 PP worth of moves. That's really good for us, considering we can't heal. This does not seem... Obviously, we can't check its IVs. My guess would be, just based off its nature, lack of egg moves and ability, I don't think this is a competitive Clink, but that's okay. Can Clink even be competitive? I don't know much about this Pokemon, which is cool because it's going to be our starter. Next episode, we will begin, excuse me, with 2 back-to-back Wonder trades to help round out the team. May need to do a little bit of grinding in the grass, which could be scary because we got level 1s. We may need to do a little bit of grinding before we head to the wild area where the levels are going to jump ever so slightly. But once we're in the wild area, the encounters start coming and they don't stop coming and they don't start. Okay, that's going to be good all-star. We're going to get a lot of encounters next episode. Round out this team a bit. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. As always, if you enjoyed, please consider showing some support down below in the form of liking, commenting, subscribing. I did say subscribing. And of course, share with your grandmother as always. That's the one. But above all else, whose outro did I just steal? Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.